The circumstances around Stephen's birth were interesting to say the least, and surprising. I was 26 weeks pregnant, and I had just what I thought was just a quick follow-up exam with the maternal fetal medicine doctor, Dr. Darby, on December 31st. So New Year's Eve, I thought it was at noon, and I said, okay, I'll just run in. We had plans for New Year's Eve that night. We got in the door and she said, Rachel, I need you to call your husband. And I said, okay, why? And she said that Stephen had intrauterine growth restriction and I had severe onset preeclampsia, and that the intrauterine growth restriction was caused by reverse flow of the placenta. I went into the hospital at about 2:30 that day. She said to go get lunch. I clearly remember that. So we went and got some lunch, and we got to the hospital about 2:30, and I was there until delivery on January 13th. And he weighed 1 pound, 8 ounces. I was 28 weeks pregnant. During COVID, one of the things that I appreciated about Forest General was that they were not afraid to say that this was new and it was different. One day we walked in and they said, no more outside visitors, parents only. And we could tell that there were a lot more, that doctors and nurses were wearing masks regularly. And we could tell that they were making many efforts to be as safe as possible. That was one of the things I noticed, is just how willing they were to change as they went and update things as they occurred. Our nurses, I mean, I can speak for days on our nurses, and one in particular that we had from almost for at least the first 8 weeks. She was our night nurse the entire first 8 weeks, and she's actually the one who does a lot of the knitting. And she was the one who knitted most of the pieces. So it's so funny to think about this now because this wrapped completely around his head.
You know, Rachel and I, we knew nothing about neonatal care. We knew nothing about premature babies. But we quickly found out that the doctors and nurses and staff in the Forest General NICU knew what they were doing. They were aware of every situation that popped up. They knew how to respond, react, and that gave us confidence in the care we were in, and of course, you know, have faith. For us, you know, we believe in the Lord and God, and that's who we put our faith and trust in. And I would encourage anyone who finds themselves in this situation to put your faith in God or whatever higher power you believe in, because you need that.
Well, I would say that our NICU experience was, like I said, it's incredible. It brought us the greatest joy of our lives. Anyone going through this experience should know that they will come out with multiple friends, with an experience that will bond them to people as they go, because I find people daily who say, oh, my child or my grandchild was in the NICU, and it has been something that has brought a lot of joy to us in the end, and I'm grateful for that.